All right, so welcome back, and let's take a look at adding a beginning scene to it. So like just a splash screen that you see when you first start up the game. To do this, I'm going to create a new scene. So I'm going to go to my scenes folder. I'm going to right click, create, and what I want to create is a scene. And I want to name this main menu, and hit enter. Double click on it just to load it in and save any previous things from my last scene. And I get just this blank scene here. Nothing going on. I'm going to add a background to it. So I'm just going to go to my backgrounds here. And it doesn't really matter which one you do. Let's do colored mushrooms. That looks awesome. You could have it be the same background that we have in the game screen. Doesn't matter. And I'm just going to kind of resize this so it fits the scene. Cool. All right. So we just want some text saying, you know, whatever the name of the game is, a button allowing you to start the game, and maybe a button allowing you to quit. You could also have like a settings button for sounds and stuff. We haven't done that yet, so we don't need to worry about it. So let's go to our create, and let's create some text. So create down to UI text. This automatically makes a canvas and an event system. I'm going to double click on the text so I can see it, and I'm going to move this text into my scene. So let me go in here. I'm going to make this text box bigger, and I've been calling my file tactical brick break. So tactical brick break. I'm going to center justify this, going to make the text black so I can see it, and then I'm going to choose best fit. All right, there we go. I'm also going to move the anchors here so that the anchors, or so that this text box takes up roughly the same amount of screen space on every resolution. Okay, one more thing that you can do just to make things stand out if you want to. This only applies to UI objects. You can't do this to sprites that aren't part of the UI, but if you go to add component here, you can add an outline to UI objects. By default, the outline is black. I'm going to make mine, I don't know, that's kind of ugly. Let's tone it down, maybe make it more bluish. That's better. I'm going to make it kind of this blue. You can change the effect distance, which is how big the outline is. Like if you make this 5, -5, that looks kind of weird. I'm going to go back to what it was at, which is 1, -1. Okay, I'm also going to add a button here. So right click on canvas, UI, button, and this button's kind of in the middle. Totally fine by me. Center it. There we go. And I'm going to change the anchors. Doop. And doop. If you ever want to change the way your buttons look, if you have like a UI pack or something, all you have to do is grab an image from your art and then pull it onto the UI Sprite, the source image. So for example, if I grab this right here and put it there, my button's going to look like that. I can make it look like, actually, let's do that again, colored land. There we go. Colored grass. Come on now. Don't do that. All right, well, you get the idea. But if you set it as just like the regular UI sprite, it'll be just a regular UI sprite. And if you set it as none, it'll just be like a regular old rectangle with no edges to it. Okay, so I'm going to call this button Start Game. And I'm going to change the text that's in it to Start Game. Cool. Now I'm going to duplicate this button, pull it down, and I'm going to call this one Quit. So you opened this by accident, and you want to quit back to the regular screen. So we'll call this Quit Game. And I'll change this from saying Start Game to just saying Quit. All right, cool. Now let's wire this this up so it actually does stuff. I'm going to go to my scripts. I'm going to create a new script, which I'm going to C# script. I'm going to call this main menu manager. There we go. I'll open this up and in MonoDevelop. And okay. First thing I want to do, because I'm going to be accessing scenes, is I'm going to add a using tag to it. So we'll do using Unity engine dot scene management, if I can spell it correctly. We want this to quit, and we want it to load a new scene. So we don't need anything from here. We don't need either of these two methods. So we can save ourselves a little bit of computing space by deleting them. I'm going to make a public void. It needs to be public if you're using it with a button. I'm going to call this start game. And another public void, quit. So start game, what I'm going to do with that is I'm going to do scene manager dot load scene. The scene I want to load is my main one. Make sure that you're spelling this exactly the same as your main scene is spelled in Unity. So for example, if I had spelled this lowercase m main, this wouldn't load that scene. Also, in my quit, I need to do application dot quit, open close parentheses, because I'm calling a method. There we go. Now, if I pop back into Unity, I'm going to create a main menu manager that I'm going to attach this to. So I'm just going to go up here to create. I'm just going to create an empty object. I'm going to call this main menu manager. And I'm going to, no, not the scene. Cancel. I'm going to pull my main menu manager script onto it. There we go. So there's nothing that I need to set up here because this script is really simple. But I am going to jump to my buttons and wire them up. So my start game button, make sure I'm on the button. I'm going to go down here to on click. I'm going to add a new behavior. This new behavior is going to come from the main menu manager. And it's going to be from the main menu manager script. And this is start game, so it's the start game method. Now for quit game, I'm going to add a new behavior. I'll use the circle selector this time. Grab the main menu manager. My function is from the main menu manager, and it's quit. All right, now there's a few things I need to do before this is actually going to work. So let me save my scene here. And then I need to open up something called the build settings. So go to File, Build Settings. And right now I have it set up for PC, Mac, and Linux standalone. But there are no scenes in the build. So I'm going to click Add Open Scenes to add the main menu scene. Then I'm also going to pull in my other scene, my main scene. So that these are both part of the build settings. All right, back now. So let's just hit play. And here we go. So we got our tactical brick break. If I hit start game, it loads my game level. Ta-da! All right, cool. So be sure to ask any questions if you have any. Otherwise, yeah, I guess all we really have left is sound effects and maybe particle effects if we wanted to do that. So thank you very much and have a great day.